What do you do when your partner can't or won't meet your needs? It's tough. Before I tell you the three options that you have in that scenario, I want to say that humans are needy. Humans are inherently needy. We have so many needs. Needs for connection, for space, for love, for touch, for security, for Maslow's food, water, shelter, for laughter, for rest, for play, for work, for money. Humans are needy. We are very, very needy. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's actually quite natural for us to have needs. So first of all, I just want you to know that it's okay to have needs. And I know that one of your big fears is that you will appear too needy to your loved ones and they will probably leave you, right? The fear of rejection and the fear of inadequacy, being too much or not enough, right? If you're too needy, that means you're too much, which means you're not enough, self-sufficient, chill, cool, able to take care of yourself, blah, blah, blah. Or you're scared of rejection. The person will leave you. And that might happen. But for the most part, your loved ones want to meet your needs. They do. They want to care for you. So step one, identify what your needs are, and that's a completely different video. Step two, learn how to ask for your needs to be met, completely other video, which I will record for you. But this one is on what happens when your partner won't meet your needs or can't meet your needs. If their needs conflict with your needs, which is fairly common, totally natural, normal. I don't like to use the word normal because that means that there is like a right way and then every other way is wrong. So there's a normal way and then an abnormal way. I'd rather describe it as natural. It's natural for your partner not to be able to meet your needs sometimes because it goes against their needs. So let's say you have a need for more affection and your partner has a need for more space. Sometimes your needs are in direct conflict with your partner's needs, and that's okay. Sometimes you will want more quality time with your partner and then they will want to spend more time with their friends because they have a need for connection outside the relationship and you have a need for connection inside the relationship. Also, totally natural. You might have a need for a tidy house or a cleaner kitchen, and they might have a need for not doing so much housework because of whatever reason. Maybe they were raised in a very strict house where they were always doing chores, and now in adulthood, they don't feel like spending so much time doing chores. Happens. So here are the three options that you have when your partner can't or won't meet your needs. Number one, get creative. That means brainstorming, negotiating, compromising with your partner or without your partner. Ideally, you are in a relationship with somebody who is willing to meet you halfway. So if your partner's unable or unwilling to meet your needs, is there a compromise there that could happen? Right? So if your partner is not willing to spend 5 hours every week cleaning the house, are they willing to spend 3 hours every other week cleaning the house? Are they willing to take care of the kitchen when you cook? Are they willing to clean the bathroom once a week and you do some of the other stuff? Are they willing to pitch in for a cleaner? That is an example of compromising or negotiating or getting creative. So if your need is for a clean house, those are some options. Another option for you would be to invite one of your friends to come over and you offer to make them dinner if they help you like tidy up. That is a way of getting creative. It's not ideal because it's not what you want. If you want a partner that's more available to cleaning the house and that has the same standards of cleanliness as you, these are all substitutes that aren't exactly what you're looking for, but that could go a long way towards getting your need met for having a clean house. If you have a need for more physical touch and your partner doesn't share that same need and is unwilling to meet you there, right? Like, let's say the request was, I would like for us to spend, an hour each day cuddling on the couch. While that might be totally reasonable for someone who also appreciates that level of physical touch, it might not be for your partner who maybe doesn't. Are they willing to spend 1 hour on the weekend, or 2 hours on the weekend, or 1 hour twice a week cuddling on the couch, or giving each other foot massages? Are they willing, this is kind of outside the box, to agree to have you cuddle some of your friends? Are they willing to have you go to a cuddle party? I mean, not now. Cuddle parties don't feel very safe right now, considering the current climate with transmittable viruses. But is that an option? Is that a creative way of getting your need met? Are you willing to go and get a massage? And if you don't have money for a massage, are you willing to invite your friend over while you guys give each other platonic massages, which is a podcast that I did sometime last year on how to give platonic touch to your friends. Those are examples of getting creative, of compromising, of negotiating, different ways of getting your needs met. That's option number one of when your partner can't or won't meet your needs. Option number two, accept the fact that your partner can't or won't meet your needs. It's kind of mind-blowing. So accept the fact that your partner doesn't want to have as much sex as you do. Accepting it is empowering. It's not settling for. It's saying, I recognize that my need is not being met, and I accept that for now. That doesn't mean that I can't change my mind, but right now I'm making a conscious decision to stay in this relationship despite the fact that some of my needs aren't being met. In one of my relationships, I had a need for clarity in which my partner wasn't able to give me that kind of clarity in terms of like, what does the next step for our relationship look like? And I decided to stay knowing that my partner wasn't able to give me wasn't able to give me the kind of clarity that I needed. Knowing that I was going to stay until it no longer made sense for me to, also knowing that that could change. My partner could at some point meet my need, but was unable to meet it now. And I think this is a really beautiful way of moving your relationship forward, is to accept the fact that some of your needs aren't going to be met. That maybe you won't get to spend as much time as with your partner as you would like to. Or that you're not going to have as much sex as you would like to, or the house isn't going to be as clean as you would want it to, or they're not going to put as much time into keeping the house clean as you would want to. And that's okay. It's okay for your needs not to always be met. In fact, I would say it's unreasonable for you to expect your needs to always be met by your partner, because humans are inherently needy, and that would make it a full-time job for them to meet all of your needs. And they have needs, and they probably have a job, and they have friends, and they have family, and they have hobbies, and they have a life, and you have all those things. And so sometimes you're not going to be able to meet each other's needs, and that's okay. You can accept the fact that your relationship isn't exactly the way you want it to be. Okay, that's fine. You can eventually move towards those goals later. You don't always have to be moving towards goals. So accept the fact that some of your needs aren't going to be met. Cool. Option number three, Leave. Leave the relationship. I want to be clear that leaving the relationship because your needs aren't being met should be that last option. After compromising, negotiating, brainstorming, getting creative, after accepting, leaving is totally a valid option. If your needs aren't being met and those needs are really important to you, and your partner says, I'm never going to be able to meet that need, and you don't feel like accepting that that need won't be met, then leave. 100% absolutely leave. You are 100% responsible for your happiness and for your life. And if it's not going the way you want it to, then you are responsible for making those changes. And if your relationship isn't where you want it to be and your partner is unwilling to meet some very important needs, then it's totally valid to leave and say, hey, you know what? It's really important for me to be in a relationship with somebody who wants to have sex more than once a week. And I'm not willing to compromise on that. And seeing that I am unable to get my needs met in another way, as in like we're not able to have an open relationship because that's not something that you're interested in, well then I'm going to do what I need to do to take care of myself, and I'm going to get those needs met elsewhere. This is a tough option for sure. And I also, want to recognize the fact that you can't really expect to have all of your needs met. And sometimes some of your needs are very important. And if your partner is unwilling to meet them, then you can leave. These are your 3 options as I see them. Get creative, accept that they won't be met, or leave and find somebody or a situation that meets your needs more than they currently do or are being met. You're in charge. You're in charge of your happiness. You're in charge of your love life. You're in charge of creating the kind of life that you're proud of, that makes sense for you. These are your options as I see them. And let me know if you agree or if you see another option. I'm open to exploring other options of what to do when your partner can't or won't meet your need. Have a beautiful week. Thank you.